Alamut Visual Plus allows you to import, annotate, and store a set of variants. It supports tab-delimited files, VCF files, and MOOT files generated by our former software Alamut Visual. By clicking on Variant, Local Variant Databases, a tab will pop up. By default, you can import your variant in the Alamut database locally installed on your computer when you download the software. You can also create a new database to store your variant by clicking on New. You define the folder where you want to save your variant, write the name of your database, and a description to better identify your database. You click on Create, and a new line will appear, confirming that you have created this new database. By clicking on Import, you can select your file to populate your database. Red lines indicate false identification of the variant and will not be imported. Information related to your imported file will be shown in your selected database, and by enabling the Display in Track, you can see your variant shown in a specific track in the interface. If you have several views configured, you can select the one where you want to see your private variants. Now you can select one variant and open the variant panel. You will see all information related to this variant here: the variant coordinates, the external data, as well as the missense predictions, if any. You can access the pathogenicity class of your variant by diving into the Pathogenicity Class tab. By default, ACMG standards shown are automatically computed based on criteria cited in Richard et al. 2015. Based on your investigation and further scientific information you could have for your variant, you can enable or disable other evidence by clicking in the selected column. When the mention "Not Available" is displayed, that means that the Alamut Visual Plus does not automatically support the evidence because of the absence of data in our database. Category columns are provided to help you assess your selection of evidence. By selecting evidence, you will see the final pathogenicity classification displayed according to ACMG standards and guidelines. By closing the tab, selected evidence by the user will be shown in the ACMG Standards and Guidelines subtab. The user can also manually define the pathogenicity class. You can save and click on Display in a new track to see your variant differently colored, depending on the pathogenicity classification. By clicking on the Occurrences tab, you can link your variant to occurrences. You can edit the occurrence information by filling in the table. Clicking on See HPO will enable you to select phenotypes of your occurrences. The HPO ID will direct you to the website of HPO. By clicking on OK, you can see a line created for your occurrence and information filled in as shown in this table. If the occurrence is already existing in your database, you can directly link it to this variant. You can also edit and delete an occurrence. In the Variant History tab, you can see the history of one variant, the date, the user editing the variant, as well as the classification and notes related to this variant. From any tab, you can modify the transcript and the local database where you want to save your variant. Finally, you can click on Save. If you go again to the Local Database tab, by clicking on Explore/Export, you can see your variant's annotation added to the variant. In the same manner, You can create and add new variants manually and link them to the local database of your choice. By right-clicking on a nucleotide in the interface, you can select Make Variant, link it to your database of interest, and then save it. To export your variants, you have options for the output format and destination to set up. Different options are exported in the variant exporter to choose columns and content in order to display and/or to export variants. You can also import your file from the home page without selecting any gene. Finally, you can link your imported variant to an existing database or add a new one as shown previously.